Solved problems. General Journal, Ledger Accounts, Trial Balance. Problem. Mr. Hamid Asgar started business soon after completing the internship of BCom. Following are the transactions completed during the first month of June 2018. June 1. Commenced business with cash 150,000. June 3. Purchased merchandise for 20,000. June 4. Bought office furniture for 15,000 from Mohsin and Company. June 7. Sold merchandise for 10,000 rupees. June 11. Paid insurance expenses rupees 100. June 12. Sold goods to Mr. Rizwan for 5,000 rupees. June 16. Paid cash to Mohsin and Company rupees 14,900 in full settlement of his account. June 20. Purchased goods for 10,000 rupees. June 23. Received 5,000 from Mr. Rizwan. June 28. Paid salary 2,300. June 30. Mr. Hamid Asgar withdraws rupees 500 for personal use. Required. Journalize the above transactions, post them into ledger accounts, and also prepare a trial balance. Solution. In the books of Mr. Hamid Asgar, General Journal, June 1. Commenced business with cash 150,000. June 1. Cash account debtor 150,000 to Hamid Asgar capital account credit 150,000. Being Mr. Hamid Asgar commenced business with cash. June 3. Purchased merchandise for rupees 20,000. June 3. Purchases account debtor 20,000 to cash account credit 20,000. Being the merchandise bought. June 4. Bought office furniture for rupees 15,000 from Mohsin and Company. June 4. Office furniture account debtor 15,000 to accounts payable credit 15,000. Being office furniture bought on credit. June 7. Sold merchandise for rupees 10,000. June 7. Cash account debtor 10,000 to sales account credit 10,000. Being the merchandise sold on cash. June 11. Paid insurance expenses rupees 100. June 11. Insurance expenses account debtor 100 to cash account credit 100 rupees. Being the insurance expenses paid. June 12. Sold goods to Mr. Rizwan for rupees 5,000. June 12. Accounts receivable account debtor 5,000 rupees credit. Being the goods sold to Mr. Rizwan on credit. June 16. Paid cash to Mohsin and Company rupees 14,900 in full settlement of his account. June 16. Accounts payable account debtor 15,000 to cash account 14,900 to discount received 100 credit. Being the amount of Mr. Mohsin and Company settled in full. June 20. Purchased goods for rupees 10,000. June 20. Purchases account debtor 10,000 to cash account credit 10,000. Being the goods bought on cash. June 23. Received 5,000 rupees from Mr. Rizwan. June 23. Cash account debtor 5,000 to accounts receivable 5,000 credit. Being the amount received from Mr. Rizwan. June 28. Paid salary 2,300. June 28. Salary account debtor 2,300 to cash account credit 2,300. Being the salary paid. June 30. Mr. Hamid Asgar withdraws rupees 500 for personal use. Date. June 30. Mr. Hamid Asgar drawings account debtor 500 rupees to cash account credit 500 rupees. Being the amount withdrawn by Mr. Hamid Asgar for personal use. In the books of Mr. Hamid Asgar, Ledger, Accounts Payable, June 4, Office Furniture, Credit 15,000. June 16, Cash Account, Debit 15,000. Closing Balance, nil. Accounts Receivable, June 12, Sales, Debit 5,000. June 23, Cash Account, Credit 5,000. Closing Balance, nil. Cash Account, June 1, Mr. Hamid Asgar Capital, 150,000 debit. June 2. Purchases 20,000 credit. June 7. Sales debit 10,000. June 11. Insurance expense credit 100. June 16. Accounts payable credit 14,900. June 20. Purchases 10,000 credit. June 23. accounts receivable 5000 debit. June 28 salary expense credit 2300. June 30 Mr. Hamid Asgar drawings 500 credit. Closing balance 117,200. Discount received. June 16 accounts payable credit 100. Closing balance credit 100. Insurance expense June 11 cash account debit 100. Closing balance debit 100. Mr. Hamid Asgar capital June 1 cash account 150,000 credit. Closing balance 150,000 credit. Mr. Hamid Asgar drawings account June 30 cash account debit 500. Closing balance debit 500. Office furniture June 4 accounts payable debit 15,000. Closing balance debit 15,000. Purchases account June 2 cash account 20,000 debit. June 20 cash account 10,000 debit. Closing balance 30,000 debit. Salary account June 28 cash account debit 2,300. Closing balance debit 2,300. Sales account June 7 cash account credit 10,000. June 12 accounts receivable credit 5,000. Closing balance 15,000 credit. In the books of Mr. Hamid Asgar, trial balance as at 30th June 2018. Particulars debit credit. Cash account debit 117,200. Discount received credit 100. Insure expense debit 100. Mr. Asgar Hamid capital credit 150,000. Mr. Asgar Hamid drawings 500 debit. Office furniture debit 15,000. Purchases debit 30,000. Salary account debit 2,300. Sales credit 15,000. Total debits 165,100. Total credits 165,100. Recap. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Accounts Lobby for various solved problems and lectures on accountancy.